They thought I was the quiet one. The one who wouldn't fight back. They thought cutting me out of the will would break me. But I didn't cry. I watched. I waited. And then, I made sure every single one of them regretted underestimating me. My name is Emma, and if you know anything about old money in New York, you know that behind every fancy dinner and family trust fund is a web of lies no one dares talk about. I was born into that world, not rich, but wealth adjacent, thanks to my grandfather. He built a real estate empire from nothing. He was hard, proud, and to most people, cold. But not with me. He raised me like I was his second chance. I was the granddaughter who stayed in on weekends to play chess with him. The one who actually cared. My aunts, uncles, and cousins? They only visited when they needed a loan, or when they thought he was close to death. One night, when I was 19, he looked at me over his glass of scotch and said, "Emma, you're the only one who listens. When I go, everything will be yours." I didn't need the money. I didn't want the power. But I believed him. And for years, I stayed by his side, even when he got sick, even when the rest of the family backed away. I handled his prescriptions. I took care of his appointments. I was with him the day before he passed. And yet, when the will was read, I got nothing. Not a dollar. Not even the watch he used to wear every morning. Everything, the buildings, the trust fund, the estate, was divided among my two uncles and their families. And the lawyer? He avoided eye contact when he said, "This is a revised will, signed 2 weeks before his death." I couldn't breathe. I asked for a copy. And when I got it, I saw his signature, shaky and uneven, nothing like the strong hand I knew. He would have never done that. Not willingly. I spent weeks crying. But then I found something. A voice recording on his old phone. A message he never sent. "Emma, if you're hearing this, they came while I was medicated. I didn't know what I was signing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you out." That was it. The last piece of love. And the first piece of evidence. I knew I couldn't reverse the will. Not legally. But that's when the switch flipped. If they were going to steal everything I was promised, I would make sure they never enjoyed a cent of it. My uncles were idiots when it came to money. Greedy and careless. So I did what I do best, I watched. I learned. And then I got close. I posed as a potential tenant in one of their buildings. Under a new name. New look. I got hired as a leasing assistant. They didn't recognize me. I had dyed my hair, changed my voice, and trust me, they never paid enough attention to me growing up anyway. From the inside, I uncovered everything. Fraudulent leases. Tax evasion. Bribed inspectors. Unsafe wiring in luxury apartments. I gathered documents. Voice memos. Photos. Then I created a burner email and sent every last file to the IRS. The State Real Estate Board. A few investigative journalists. And their biggest investor. 1 week later. The headlines exploded. Fines. Lawsuits. Public disgrace. Tenants sued. Investors pulled out. And my uncles? They were dragged into courtrooms looking 10 years older in 1 week. One of their sons, my cousin, even tried to DM me after it all, asking to reconnect. I blocked him with a smile. I never revealed it was me. Because real revenge doesn't scream. It whispers, and watches them fall apart on their own. I didn't get the inheritance. But I got something better, peace. I bought a small apartment in Brooklyn. With money I earned myself. My grandfather may be gone. But I kept his legacy safe, from the people who never deserved it. And to anyone who's ever been cut out, forgotten, or underestimated. Let them think you're quiet. Let them think you're weak. And when the time is right, make sure they never forget what you're capable of. This was Emma. And this was revenge, served cold, clean, and unforgettable.